We're about to get the evening started. My name is Steve Eblin. I am your host and MC for this evening's festivities, and I would like to welcome everyone officially to the Trinity Classical Academy 2014 Spring Gala. Now that was okay, but I want to hear it from everyone. I want you to clap your hands and make some noise if you're having fun here tonight. Let me hear you. Not bad, but let me remind you, there's an open bar and someone else is watching our kids. Now, who's in a good mood? That's what I thought. Well, we have a wonderful evening planned for you here tonight. Started off, obviously, with that amazing band. How about a round of applause for those guys? They wail, huh? Wherever you guys are, you're awesome. I don't know where you went. Over there. And I will be back later in the evening. However, I will not be myself. I will be hosting this evening as a character that I sometimes get to portray. Do we have any fans of the Rat Pack out here by applause? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. Well, in case you don't remember, Joey Bishop was the comedian who opened for the Rat Pack, and I performed Joey in a Rat Pack tribute show all over the world, here to Australia and back. So when I come back on stage, I will be Joey Bishop. I'll introduce him, and I want you guys to go wild. So that's how I will be introducing the evening. However, before I do want to make an announcement. Inside each of the packets that you have a flyer that looks like this. It is for Grace Fest SCV, and it's featuring Building 429, the band Building 429. They have asked Trinity to be one of the beneficiaries this year. It's happening on May 31st. And a part of every ticket, I think I have this right, part of every ticket that's sold gets donated to the faith-based schools around Santa Clarita Valley. And as you guys know, there's not very many of us, and they've asked us to be a beneficiary. So take it, check it out, go to the website. I'm sure it's going to be a great show, so be sure you check that out. Now again, I will be coming back up as Joey Bishop in just a minute, but now, to get the evening officially started, I would like to bring up Andrew Richardson. Mr. Richardson is going to come up and give us our blessing. Where are you at, Mr. Richardson? Here we are. Here he comes. Mr. Richardson will give the blessing, and then we'll start. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome, direct from 1962, the one, the only Rat Pack funny man, Joey Bishop!
Well, thank you. Thank you, and welcome to the show. We are thrilled to be here, Frank, Dean, Sammy, and I. They're here, by the way. The other three guys, they'll be here in a minute. They're outside. Sammy is smoking a cigarette, Dean is at the bar, and Frank is having a guy beat up. He does that a lot, Frank. As a matter of fact, Wally just hired Frank's guys to handle anybody who's late on their tuition, so please. We are having a good time. I am thrilled to be here. I am in a wonderful mood. Last week, I was not in such good shape. I had to go to the doctor last week. I have a wonderful doctor, always has my best interests at heart. One time I couldn't afford an operation, so he touched up the x-rays for me. Last month, I was in court. While I was in court, the judge looked at me. He said, "Sir, when is your birthday?" I said, "June 15th. He said, "What year?" I said, "Every year." This side of the room, great so far. This side, not so much. Perhaps I should explain. See, there are two parts to a joke. There's the setup and then there's the punchline. That's the part that you laugh at. For example, two guys are in a casino. They're sitting next to each other at the slot machines and they are gambling. They're gambling. One guy turns to the other. He says, "I hope this thing pays off soon. I've been sitting here so long, my butt fell asleep." Other guy says, "I know. I heard it snore a couple times." Two married guys sitting next to each other at a bar. First guy says, "I haven't spoken to my wife in 18 months. Second guy says, "Why?" First guy says, "I didn't want to interrupt her." Guy's walking down the street with a case of beer under his arm. His buddy sees him, says, "Hey, what's the beer for?" Guy says, "I got it for my wife." Other guy says, "Great trade." You're not getting any of this, are you, sir? For crying out loud, these are easy. The blonde gets it. Hey, this is 1962. We make fun of the blonde ladies. Here's a couple for you, Blondie. Blonde goes to the doctor's office. She has two burned ears. Doctor says, "What happened to your ears?" She says, "I was ironing, and the phone rang, and instead of the phone, I picked up the iron. I put it to my ear." Doctor says, "That's terrible. What happened to your other ear?" She says, "They called back." Three blondes are walking along. They come across some tracks. First blonde says, those are deer tracks. Second blonde says, you're wrong. Those are bear tracks. Third blonde says, you're both wrong. Those are moose tracks. They were still arguing when the train hit them. Blonde ladies, I'm picking on you. Would it make you happy if I told a brunette joke and even things out? Would that make you happy? All right, I'll tell a brunette joke. Brunette goes to the doctor's office. She says, Doc, I have pain all over my body. No matter where I touch, I have terrible pain. He says, show me. So she takes her finger, pushes the side of her head, screams in pain. He says, that's weird. Show me someplace else. She takes her finger, pushes it in her arm, screams in pain again. He says, one more time, different place. She takes her finger, pushes it in her leg, screams in complete agony. She says, see, my entire body is racked with pain from head to toe. Doctor says, I've never seen anything like that. Let me ask you this. Are you really a brunette? She says, no, I'm a blonde. He said, I thought so. Your finger's broken. Only the blondes believed I was really going to tell a brunette joke. One more for you, Blondie, and then I'll leave you alone. Blonde goes to the library. She said, like a Big Mac, fries, and a medium Coke. Librarian says, honey, you're in a library. Blonde says, I'm sorry. I'll have a Big Mac, fries, and a medium Coke. I feel bad you haven't gotten one joke, sir. Here's an easy one. Three Irish guys walk out of a bar. Hey, it could happen. Okay, this next joke. One more, and then we'll wrap up my portion of the evening. This one's for you, so you look like a married fella. Married guy goes on vacation with his wife and his mother-in-law in the Holy Land. While they're in Jerusalem, the mother-in-law passes away. Funeral director in Jerusalem says, sir, you have two choices. You can ship her home, have her buried there, cost about $5,000. Or you can bury her right here in the Holy Land for $250. Guy says, nope, ship her home. Funeral director is confused. He says, why? Why, sir? Why would you spend all that extra money? Guy says, well, a long time ago, a guy died here in Jerusalem. You buried him, and 3 days later, he came back to life. You guys have been a wonderful audience. We have a great evening. For now, enjoy your dinner. Thank you. Well, I'm going to bring up a very important lady here in just a moment, but before I do, they wanted me to make an announcement. This is your last chance to buy tickets for the 50-50 raffle. If you see one of these lovely ladies around the room holding up the big stars, if you're around, ladies, I can't see you, hold them up. If you would like one, right there. If you would like one, flag one of these lovely ladies down. Your last chance to buy tickets for the 50-50 raffle is right now. And now I'd like to bring up a very classy dame, one of my favorite ladies, an important lady, the founder and head of our school here at Trinity Classical Academy, the one, the only, Liz Caddo. Liz Caddo, everyone. One more time. Founder of our school, Liz Caddo. A wonderful, wonderful woman. Makes me happy that I have a woman just like her. I'm a married man. I don't know about you folks. I think marriage was made in heaven. Of course, so was lightning and hail, but guy goes into a bank with a gun. He robs the place. As soon as he has the money, he looks at one of the customers. He says, sir, did you see me rob this bank? Guy says, of course. I was standing here looking right at you. So the robber shoots him. And he turns to a married couple. He looks at the wife. He says, how about you, lady? Did you see me rob this bank? She says, no, I didn't, but my husband got a pretty good look. Father looks at his son, who is soon to be married. He says, son, you'll look back later on in life on today as the happiest day of your life. Son says, but I'm not getting married until tomorrow. Guy says, yeah. I don't want to cast aspersions on marriage. I think marriage is wonderful. I have an amazing woman myself. She does all kinds of stuff for me. One time she met me at the door in a slinky nightie. She said, I want you to tie me up and do whatever you want. So I tied her up and went golfing. It's always amazing how jokes like that go over the best at a classical Christian academy event.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me in this portion of the evening. For now, I'd like to bring up a man who will host the part of the evening that most of you are here and excited to see about the auction, who won what, if you got the things that you bid on. So I'm not sure where he is coming from, but Mr. Mark Drilling, it is up to you now. Come on up, sir. It is your time here in the spot. Here he comes, Mr. Mark Drilling, everyone.